What's driving the current boom? Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and today I've just been asked to do a quick video about what is driving the jobs in the latest boom and what's driving the latest boom. And the easiest answer to that is it is all about nickel and copper and everything else that they're using to go into these green products and the batteries that are going to power them. So BHP's looking to expand their portfolio both in nickel and copper at the moment. And if we go over to this Facebook post by ABC Goldfields Esperance, this is a good example of BHP at the Nickel West operation. So they've got a big nickel smelter outside of Kalgoorlie that takes in all the nickel from Western Australia and processes it. And what they've done is they've signed direct contracts with Toyota and Tesla to supply them, and they expect it to grow by demand for nickel to grow by more than 500% over the next decade. And that's a huge number, because if we come over here and have a look at the nickel price, it's $1,998, so it's almost 20 grand. It's $20 off 20 grand US, so that makes it $27,615 Australian. So that's huge money for nickel at the moment, and everybody's making a fortune out of that. But it's not just nickel that's up. Copper as well. That's a really high price for copper. For most of my mining career, copper sat but around the 6,000 US mark, and if it went over 6,000 it was really good, and if it went slightly under, people were still making money, but not as much money as they'd want to. Now at this price, that's over $13,296 Australian when you convert it into the exchange rate, and that is just huge dollars for copper. And it's one of the reasons why there's so many jobs around. They're opening back up all the big underground copper mines and nickel mines, and the other thing that's going on at the moment is gold. Now, gold, they do use gold in some of the electronics, especially the high-end electronics uses a lot of gold. Space industry uses a lot of gold. But at the moment, there's a lot of reserve banks buying up gold all over the place, and a lot of people are trying to convert their currency into gold and silver at the moment. And at $2,500 or $2,550 an ounce, most of the Hardrock underground operators are landing their gold for between $900 and $1,300 an ounce. So at those prices, they're making a significant amount of money, and that's why there's so many jobs. When you type underground into Seek, you'll see all the jobs come up, and there's lots of entry-level ones. If you look, you're looking for nipper, truck, off-sided jobs. All the truck driving and nipper jobs. While a lot of the ads ask for experienced people, that's just more of a wish list than anything else. Everybody's having to put on new people for all these jobs because they've just got no choice. There's no experience around in this area. Now, there are a few open pit mines that are looking for people around the place, but they tend to be around mining towns, so my suggestion would be to head off to a mining town if you wanted to get into a surface role. The other thing that you can do is, if you want to have a look at the Hardrock underground role, then the sponsor does this wonderful package with the company W1N that are over here in WA. They're a recruitment company. The underground training supply their online training, so the 4 online courses plus a seminar to get your mining knowledge up to speed to get yourself the job, and then W1N will take care of your resume. They'll redo it completely, and you'll also get interview prep with that, just to make sure that you're the full bottle, so when you do get the interview, you can make the most of it. That's a really good package that I suggest you have a look at if you want to go down the route of trying to get one of these many entry-level jobs in Hardrock Underground. But if you want to have a go at the surface, then jump over to the W1N's Facebook page and get in contact with Alana and the team, and they'll try and sort you out with a new resume for a surface job, either in exploration or utility, or there is a little bit going on in construction, so you can have a look at that if underground doesn't float your boat. But at the moment, underground and offsiding on the surface are where the majority of the jobs are, because that's where most of the mines that have been reopened because of this big push on the nickel and the copper is. So I hope you found that information helpful, and if you're trying to get into the industry, then I really do suggest you follow some basic rules that I've been talking about for a long time now on the channel. Is go where the employers need new starters and give them what they want. And like I said, with the sponsors training packages, if you can talk to them about how their Hardrock underground mine works, that's what really floats their boat. They can teach you how to drive a truck fairly easily, trying to teach you how their mine works so they can leave you alone to get on with the job. That's the hard bit. So if you can present already knowing how that mine works, then you genuinely have got something to offer the employers, and they hire. You can have a look at the Sponsors Wall of Fame page to see all the people that have gotten jobs. Sean's the latest one that's got a job in New South Wales, but there are a lot of people that have come over here and gotten jobs in Kalgoorlie and in Queensland as well. You can scroll through and read the comments, and one of the big things about the comments is that you'll notice most people refer back to the training as what got them over the line, because that ultimately is, as long as you can present showing the employers that you know how their mine works, then you've genuinely got something to offer them. So I hope you found that information helpful, and if you've got another question that you'd like answered, please send it through. If you could like the channel and subscribe, that would be wonderful, and if you can also like the video and share it around. Thanks.